So now 10:31 out of California, Rob Reiner's son, Nick, age 32, now accused of murdering his parents. He's scheduled to appear in court today, facing the possibility of life without parole if convicted. Meanwhile, we have eerie surveillance video now emerging. This is the scene, we believe, where Nick Reiner was walking by a gas station near his parents' home near Brentwood. It's believed that this was captured hours before his parents were killed.
And all of this is unfolding as the tributes keep pouring in for Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle. Hollywood stars honoring and remembering their unforgettable legacy. And joining us now is actor Rob Schneider. It's so good to have you. And I thought maybe we could just start with where we were talking about in the commercial break about the impact of his work.
Well, I mean, it's the toughest thing in show business is to get a movie made. And and to try to get a movie that's great. I mean, how many people can say they made one? Here's this guy made 5 in 6 years. I mean, and he was able to do comedies and float and work with children, which is impossible. And then also to do comedies and then drama. I mean, and to make, probably Tom Cruise's best dramatic film, A Few Good Men. I mean, it turns out that Jack Nicholson's character was more right than Tom Cruise's character after all these years. You know, you need me on that wall. And so it was iconic. And I really think, the greatest eras of filmmaking in Hollywood was the 1930s, the 70s, and you got to put the 90s in there. And I don't think there was a better director in the 90s than Rob Reiner.
Wow. Strong statement. Here's a few of his films that you didn't mention. Spinal Tap, amazing.
Yeah.
Princess Bride.
Right.
Stand By Me, so good. Harry Met Sally, Misery, don't overlook that one.
He also was able to do horror as well.
Right.
Rob, what I'm seeing,
he launched career. Right, he launched careers. That was the thing about it. Like he would, whether it was Kathy Bates, he just changed careers.
Great. What I want to say, Rob, is this. Okay, he made a film with his son. All right. His son fought addiction for at least 15 years, based on what we're seeing. The movie's called Being Charlie, 2016. This is popping up in my feed all the time now, where he and his father went on an interview campaign to publish the movie, excuse me. His father consistently is trying to communicate with his son through this film because of the addiction. And I think when I watched that, I think Rob Reiner thought he was onto something at that point, to help cure his son. And I see the hope that he had in the comments that he gives and answering these questions. But addicts are a different breed. And Rob Reiner and his wife knew that.
Well, Dr. Drew Pinsky, he knows much more about this than I do. But you think you know your son, or you know your family member, but it's not the family member you're dealing with, it's the disease. And we have a gigantic mental health problem in the United States. And, in my conversations with HHS Secretary Kennedy, we also have to look at the effects, positive and negative effects potentially of some of these psychotic drugs and antidepressants. And I think that this is a discussion that needs to be had. But at the same time, it's like right now, I think we really need to focus on honoring a man who gave so much to Hollywood and who loved comedians. He hired like Kevin Pollak, who's probably one of the best comic actors we have, and my buddy John Lovitz. He loved comedians, stand-up comics. And while we may have political differences, the funny is funny. And this guy, sitting with him and my parents, watching All in the Family as a young kid, laughing, all of us laughing. And that's something where 30, 40 million Americans watched and agreed and discussed important social topics at that time for laughs. They weren't trying to score political points.
I was just saying that yesterday to Bill, like one of my great memories, sitting all together in the living room and laughing about Meathead and his antics.
Just the fact he called him Meathead, and he called his wife, what did he call his wife? Dingbat? You can't do that too.
I could be called that too, I'm sure. Rob, thank you for sharing this morning. We appreciate you, and we'll keep everyone updated on the court appearances in California with Rob Reiner and Michelle Reiner's son.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Dana.
You bet.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.